My name's Charles Scola, and this is in class assignment number 4, where we're going to be learning about Spark. And our task today is to perform at least 3 transformations on the data file and perform 3 actions on the data file. So, right here, as you can see, it's just setting up the PySpark in Colab, which is pretty simple. This is copied directly from the example that we had in class. So the new stuff that we're worried about is starting right here. We have to perform 3 transformations onto the file. So first thing, I'm going to show you the file so we have so we understand what it's about. So we have the customer, we have basically a Excel sheet, and it has these different items in each column. So customer ID, gender, senior citizen, their partner, and all that. So one transformation we could do is a filter, which basically we can show specific results. So for instance, right here, df.filter. So we're going to filter whenever the partner row is equal to yes, it'll show it. So if we run this, you see right here, the partner is all yes. And it'll only show the yes. If they're not a partner, that they won't use it. Now this function is very important for data science because it will help us reduce the data set even more into what variables that we need. Or, yeah. Next function we have is a transformation function we have is kind of a combo between transformation and action. It's called the group by function. So first, what you want to do is you want to group by whichever row you want. So we're going to group by the genders. So basically, it's going to group both genders, so male and female, and then it's going to do a different function on a different set of on a different column. So for this one, we're going to group by the gender. So since there's only 2 genders, it's going to be two rows, male or female, and we want to know what the average is for the monthly charges. So if just to show you that it works, it it first it combines both all the females together and all the males together, and then it takes the monthly charges and finds the mean or the average of the monthly charges for the female or the male. Now, this is very, very useful, I think, in data science because it's basically correlations between different data sets, which is really cool. So, the next transformation we're going to do is drop duplicates, which does what you think. It is making sure that it removes any duplicates in the data set. So, for this one, we're just selecting the customer ID, and we're going to drop any duplicates for the customer ID, which if a customer ID is listed in twice in really anything, then odds are something is probably wrong with your data set or you need to comb it. So this is again useful to make sure that the data set it doesn't have any data twice, and because it only shows top 20 rows. Really, there really isn't any duplicates in this because the data set was pretty good at making sure there's no duplicates, but this function is still important for transformation. So now let's do 3 actions. So the print function or the count function will count the amount of the elements or the rows in each data set. So it's used to help identify how big your data set is. So right here for the function itself, it has 7,043 different samples. However, if we use the filter with the right here, if we use the filter for the partner equals yes, you can see how it dramatically reduced to 3,402. So just to show how the filter and the count work together. Next, we're going to do uh, select, which will take the first k elements of the data set and then it'll put it into in Colab it'll put it into a list of rows. So right here we're just selecting the select not select, sorry, it's take. So it takes the amount of k rows. So we want the first 5. It's going to take the first 5 rows of only the monthly charges and it's going to put it into this list right here. So then we have a row of the first 5 monthly charges, which is useful. So you have the data saved onto your computer, and so you don't accidentally mess up with the actual data. Now, if you want to go beyond that, you do collect, which basically saves it directly onto the computer. As you can see right here, here is the entire data set converted into a list of rows Now there's other types of functions like add and sum. However, I was not able to get to work on this data set because I think there is no integers. As you see, everything is either a string, the tenure is the only integer, or a double. But like text files, you can do stuff like add, subtract, sum, max, min. But for this data set, this is what we can do. Thank you for watching.